Alright, welcome back everyone. I talked about crafting last episode, but I never actually got the chance to show you guys just what I mean by crafting. Um, Go into here, press primary weapons, and you see the little tier list here. So at the top right it says ICA. This one says Osiris. Let's look at a different one here. This one's Korolev. So right now my faction is Korolev. I'm rank 7, I believe. I can look real fast. 6. I'm rank 6. So go down here, faction level 3, faction level 4, faction level 5, 6, 7. So my Korolev rank 7 weapon is the KM9 Scrapper. Rapid firing sharp SMG. The KM9 is a good choice for taking out targets at close range, though of little use in long range engagements. Well, I mean, it is pretty much a pistol. So, the reason why this is red is because it don't have enough material. And you can actually see the material you currently have over here. The only issue that I see with it so far is, yes, you can see the material you're missing. Like, it has feather here, TI, titanium, Ni, nickel, but the two at the end, the gold and the silver feather, it's a little hard to figure out what they are. Especially if it's stuff like this, hardened metals, magnetite. The ones in gold don't really have a way for you to figure out what they are. Some of them look pretty similar. I think they might have actually went back and customized these, because I noticed now there's a plus/minus sign at the top right, and there's a radiation sign for polonium. So there might be an easy way to figure it out. You just kind of have to look. There's Ni, CD, TI. Secondary weapons, obviously your pistols. So what is this? Is it a shotgun? It's a little weird for a pistol to be in there. Oh, it is an SMG. I didn't even pay attention to that. Gadgets. I have the recall teleporter. What it does is it allows you to put a teleporter in one spot, and say you're in a situation with, like I was in my first video, where I got myself in a bad situation with a bunch of the creatures that are guarding the gem storage, and I get too low health, I know I'm being overwhelmed, I use the recall teleporter and go back to the position where I know I'm safe. Let's see, abilities. Directional warp fires a warp point through which the operator will be transported or on demand while warp point is in transit. So that's the item I picked up in the last match. It seemed to be kind of a short range teleport, because where I had tried to warp before, it didn't reach that point. It just kind of stopped midway. Evasion cloak, cloaking device that provides user with a small speed boost while cloaked at the cost of lower damage resistance while cloaked and lower damage resistance. Wait, it said lower damage resistance twice. Anyway, and small, a speed reduction. I'm sorry guys, it's worded very weird for me. And lower damage resistance and small, a speed reduction for several seconds after cloak is deactivated. I guess whenever I get it, I'll figure out what that even means. Precision strike, an orbital bombardment that delivers high damage onto a small area. Safeguard, kinetic barrier that covers a larger area with a strong shield that blocks both enemy and friendly fire, but does not prevent movement through the shield. Yes, it's good. At the same time, it's terrible. So if you don't read that part and you buy it and you go in there thinking, hey, that's probably like something from Halo or maybe Overwatch or something like that, where you have a shield in front of you, you can just shoot through it. Unfortunately, that's not the case. It's pretty much saying, hey, I'm going to put this shield down, try to cut off either a section to where you want to keep them out, where they don't feel like they're being pressured to come in, just something like that. Stand your ground, a stim boost that temporarily gives you a massive health increase and assists with weapon handling at the cost of heavily reduced movement speed and a health regeneration delay penalty. Excellent for tanking with a weapon that has a lot of ammo. Oh, and into Skorlev, I'll definitely have to grab that. Skirmish Sphere, Triage Sphere that covers a larger area and harms hostiles at the cost of reduced healing power. So it heals amperts. That's useful. And Surveillance 4 deployable scanner that pings prospectors and objectives on the map on short intervals. That's good for 2 reasons. Actually, 3 reasons. If you're having a hard time trying to find different objective parameters, like the drones that we were trying to find, the salvage drones, they do ping on the map, but I think this actually highlights it on the map so it's a little bit easier to see. Second reason is to be wary of prospectors in the area so that you can move away from them a little bit safer, trying to go around, positioning yourself to where they don't see you. Or the alternative, if you want to go more aggressive, it'll allow you to actually track down prospectors easier. And currently I don't think there's any other vehicles yet. I believe that covers different things that we have, but here's how you customize them. So I've already customized my PDW MK2 with a quick swap magazine and a high caliber chamber. That was purely preference. It increases the damage, magazine size, sorry about that, goes down a little bit. -6, fire rate goes down a little bit, reload speed goes up, stability goes up, range stays the same. Quick swap magazine, as you probably already know, it allows me to switch to where I can reload faster. High caliber chamber allows me to hit harder. Recoil is fairly stable. It does lower my rounds per minute though, which negative 222 cuts it into 2/3 instead of the full. It's not really that bad. It still has pretty decent damage for the submachine gun. Self-control can be difficult. Extend barrel, extend personal space. I don't like adding extended barrels onto SMGs just because I feel like it would throw off the recoil. Closer targets with SMGs is really good because you can shoot really fast with the short magazine size, whereas if you extend the barrel and you have to shoot at a longer distance, you have to make sure that barrel is stable, as stable as you could possibly get. Otherwise you're just spreading the rounds out as if you're using a shotgun, and it's for less damage. Light stock. So I didn't understand this. The stocks, I've always known stocks to increase the stability of weapons, but this one actually acts as a quick magazine, like they would have for, or not a quick magazine, but a quick scope kind of thing that you would have for Call of Duty. I don't know why it reduces the time to equip, but reduces my stability. It makes it worse. Usually I don't see stocks do that. And then you have the railing, different sights, holographic sight, and 1.5 times scope. So it takes a longer amount of time to look down the sight. As you can see, it's only 0.06 seconds. It's not really that big a deal, but because it's so close range, the holographic sight is pretty much the red dot sight that's on there for me, in my opinion. If you guys like it, well, wonderful. I've already decked out my Core 47, holographic sight, heavy stock, shredder rounds, and rapid cycler. Some weapons actually have some really interesting different damage types. This one has extended mag, shredder rounds. Someone looked at art of a bullet wrapped in barbed wire and said, I want that. Yeah, I kind of want that too. Especially if it causes bleeding, which it doesn't show it causes bleeding, but it does a heck of a lot more weak spot damage. So the weak spots are going to be like headshots, if they have a critical point, like say maybe the wings off one of the flying creatures is a bonus damage, headshots for the robots. I honestly don't remember if the robots' heads actually come off when you shoot them. EM charge rounds tipped with a tiny stun prod to mess with powered kits and regenerative nanites. That may actually reduce the amount of shield regeneration that prospectors get, and it may also disable the robots. I don't know, I'll have to test that. And explosive rounds, radius 200, explode on impact, yes. Damage 45.2, damage per second goes down by 65. That's understandable. It's explosive rounds, it's not going to shoot as fast. Stability 4.1, so it doesn't reduce the stability, it still acts as the same weapon, or the same amount of stability. Rounds per minute goes down by negative 167. So the explode on impact, yes, kind of scares me, just because if it's an explosive weapon, I don't want it to blow up in my face. See if I can find something a little bit different. So Comrade, it's a fearsome weapon platform. It's capable of firing salvos of fast-moving missiles, capable of making short work of any hostile element. Micro rocket assault device. So, as you can already tell, it shoots a whole bunch of rockets out. Magazine. Let's see what it actually has out. Connect with prospectors in your area. Fast guaranteed. Bigger blast, less waste, and so efficient. I read so efficient as if it was a description. They were just saying that. It's a big old missile. Big Bertha. So is it one missile? That's actually really interesting. I'm gonna go and craft it. Equip, launch bay, and I'm gonna go ahead and go to the training ground just to show you guys, one, I want to see what this Big Bertha does, and two, I'll show you all the other weapons. Now, as you can see on the middle left there, the hunt for biomass, refined lithium, unfortunately through the training ground you don't actually get to keep any of the materials you gather here. You do have to actually go into each game mode to obtain those material pieces. Okay, so we upgraded Comrade. Let's see what it does now. So it's still a spread shot. See if it does some decent damage. Does really nice AoE damage. Alright. So we honestly could have just used the crystals over there to summon people, but eh. Alright. Alright. So, I'm gonna show you my favorite weapons, and I'll show you the different skills just to try to keep this video as short as I can. I kind of regretted not being able to show you guys everything last video. So let's go. I've already shown you a rocket launcher, so that takes care of the detonator because it's pretty much a grenade launcher. It takes care of the haze. Directional scanner, recall teleporter, revitalizer. Revitalizer is one that you would only use if you were planning on doing either duos or groups. That way you can heal your allies. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a sniper. I'll go with Karma. Let's see, Core 47. I'll go with the shatter gun so you can see the shotguns. And what's my second? Okay, so you've already seen this one. Let's go with Maelstrom. I believe it's an SMG. It is not an SMG. What is this? Shotgun? No, it's a shotgun. Okay. I just had to look at the clip in the barrel for that one. I'm actually gonna go over here. I'll grab one of these. Let's go orbital bombardment. And heavy turn. Oh, that's it. All right.
There are research drones just lying abandoned nearby, Prospector. Activate them with our code so we can control their carrier. That looks important. Deliver it to location marked on the map, Prospector.
Shotguns are actually really good. I'll have to keep that in mind. Normally I don't use shotguns too much. Alright. And I'm gonna go ahead and activate the one in the middle here.
I think
Unless there's more. There's not more. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and activate the middle one here. Do look out for the difficulty rating on each of these. So this one's extreme. It's most likely gonna have flying. It's gonna have brutes. It's gonna have bombarders. It's gonna have scouters. It's gonna have everything, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a turn down.
Firing orbital cannon. Please clear the area.
Okay. So unfortunately, it didn't miss the overseer. I thought I was directly on him.
activity is developing in this region. Firing orbital cannon. Please clear the area.
Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Powering up facilities. This is one you really have to look out for because these some of the robots. So what you do is you go around, you break these first.
Powering up our facility? Please, continue.
Extensive injuries detected.
I know.
Target marked. Firing.
Alright. Wow. Even the Arbiter doesn't one-shot it. Even though it looked like it should have. Does this? No, this doesn't even one-shot it. Got pretty close.
Ah, good. You're starting the power-up station.
Alright, last one. Hello, boys. Capture uplink. All it is a capture point. Just hold your ground, make sure you're connected, and don't really worry about the rest. The longer you do hold the point though, the more points you get and the more stars toward your end score. Alright. Leadium, you just walk around, you see the symbols for that. Hold the Zeal, that can be very risky. Once you grab that object, other prospectors will see you on that minimap. Deliver item, just any item that has you deliver to a specific spot. Salvage drones, that was in my last video. I'm looking to see if I need to show you anything else. No, I can't think of any at the moment, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the kits. Kinetic barrier and cloaking device. Okay, so here's the kinetic barrier.
Setting up a kinetic barrier.
It is kind of a curved shape, so you don't have it just flat in front of you to where people just go from side to side to try to flank you. You do have a little bit more room than they do as far as looking around it. And then you have the cloaking device. I really wanted to see if you'll actually get picked up by the creatures in the area. I was about to say monsters, but they're not really monsters. I mean, if anything, we're the monsters going to their planet and killing everyone, so... Is there really no one? I didn't think they would have a limited amount of spawn. There's gotta be someone, right? Ah, okay. These will actually go after a little bit.
Warning, an electromagnetic anomaly has been detected. Engaging cloak.
They do not see you. Oh, I know somebody's curious about the snare trap. Right, just me. Just me, okay. Last thing, promise, last thing.
Snare trap set.
Let's get you back home. Evac's coming in 60 seconds.
No, I didn't get to use the snare trap. There's not even anybody up here. You know what?
Relay almost finished. I think I will switch soon.
Buzz is here. Now hurry up if you want to live.
Snare trap set.
Ah, so it's kind of like a stunt thing.
Warning, low health.
Alright, that concludes it. Make sure to like, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below if you want to see anything else. I actually really like showing this game off. They did a really good job with it. They didn't go too high and heavy on the graphics, which is a good thing. That means they can add more content. But yeah, that just about does it. I'll see you guys in the next one.